your spouse has found to have committed adultery, it is not to, yes, of course you'll be provoked, but it is not to the extent of inflicting serious machete cut on your spouse to the point that she now died. Proper thing is, if you no longer like the marriage and you feel that the marriage is no longer something that you can tolerate, is to sue for dissolution of the marriage. And if you look at the Matrimonial Causes Act, section 15 makes clear provisions as to reasons why, or the reasons the marriage can no longer be functional, meaning that the marriage has broken down irretrievably. And adultery is one of the requirements. Section 15 sub 2b talks about adultery. So if you feel that because of that you can no longer live with your spouse, you can sue her and say, oh, I no longer want this relationship. I want us to go our separate ways, and not to go on to inflict serious injury on her. But just finally, I want to say that in the north, adultery is a crime, but in the southern part of Nigeria, it is not a crime per se, but it is a ground for dissolution of marriage. So you can put it as a ground. And it's also important that the person that is cited for adultery, either the man or the woman that you found your spouse with, you have to join that person as party on the case that you're suing, for adultery. So finally, the authorities for this, if you check section 387 and 388 of the Penal Code, you see that for adultery in the north. But in the south, it is really not like a crime, but it can be a ground for dissolution of marriage under section 15 2b of the Matrimonial Causes Act.